Hi folks, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to add a Google form into your Google site. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. On my screen now you see my Google site. So just as a test, I'll go ahead and add test site as my title. Alright, and notice when you add a title here, it automatically includes it on your Google site, okay, because this is our editing module. Alright, so I'll just go ahead and add a title here as well, and we'll just say add a Google form. Alright, now let's go ahead and look over here. If you are using Google Sites for the first time, this actually has updated since last year, for example, or a couple months ago, and it's actually much easier to use, very user friendly. Alright, so if you notice, you go right over here to the right side and you see insert, where you can add images, you can add text boxes, embed URLs, uploads very easily. So I'll just go ahead and let's say we want to insert a text box, and maybe here we say this is where my Google form will be on my Google site. Alright, just a little example, and we'll go ahead and lock that in. Now let's say we want to add a Google form, but our Google form has not been created yet. I'm going to go to my Gmail, because when you start at your Gmail and you go over to your Google Drive toolbox here, it's very easy to find all of the apps, because remember, all of these tools are Google. Google Form, Google Sites, Google Documents. So they're all within the Google domain, which is awesome. So we're actually going to go here. We can go to Drive, and once we're in Drive, we can say New, and we can add a new document here, or go ahead and go to More, and then you can say Google Form, or even you can start a Google site. Alright, so everything is pretty simple. So let's go ahead and click on Google Forms. Alright, because we want to add a Google form to our website that we created here. Alright, let's go back to Form, and this is how it looks initially. Everything says untitled, so we definitely want to go ahead and add some content in here. So again, just for an example, we'll just say test Google form, and this is the title, and maybe here you can add a form description. So we could say, please answer the question below. Alright, when we click on untitled question, we can go ahead and add something here, and also notice you can choose what type of question this can be. So I'm going to click on the arrow here and look at my choices. So this can be maybe a short answer question, or a paragraph where it gives someone a longer box to add a paragraph. Multiple choice, check boxes, drop downs, okay, several different things that you can add here as a question. So let's go ahead and do short answer. And for this question, we'll say, who is the current president of NSULA? Alright, and it's a short answer question. And I can say I want this to be required. Alright, now guys, this is my Google form. It has been saved. Again, whenever I'm creating something in my Google Drive, I always make sure that I add a title. Notice though, whenever I add a title here, it automatically adds it up here. Alright, so no matter what, make sure you add a title somewhere, whether it's up here or here in the actual Google form. Alright, now I can go ahead and close this out because I am done with Google form. I've created my website. I've created my Google form, and now I can go back to my website so that I can add my Google form here. First off, let's go back to my Drive, and notice I am on my Drive module, and just to show you guys, I'll go ahead and click Start. Alright, now I don't see anything here, and then I'll go back to Drive, my Drive. So again, notice whenever you create something in your Drive, you can always select my Drive to find everything that you've created. And it's always good to have a good title so that it's easy to find your documents, because any and everything that you create within Drive, whether it's a spreadsheet, a Google form, a regular Google document, it'll all be listed here. So it's also good to create folders so that you can differentiate and add various documents to different folders. Or again, just make sure that you have good titles. So notice that all of these start with test. So again, if I have 80 documents by chance at some point in my Google Drive, it'll be easy to find these, because if it's alphabetically listed in your drive, it'll be easy to find. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to test site, because I don't need to do anything with my Google form anymore. I'm done with that. And now I'm back at my site and I'm on insert. Notice again, we mentioned that you can add in text boxes and images and all of those wonderful things. But let's take a look down here, because now I can also add things that I've created already in Google. Why? Because I am in my Google domain. Any and everything that you create in one Google feature, whether it's Google Documents, Google Forms, you can add them to something else easily if it's within the Google domain. So let's scroll down a little bit and we see our Google Docs here. And here are forms. Let's see if I can click on that and find the form that I've created. And yes, I can. Here it is. I can go ahead and select it and I can say insert. And here it is. Wonderful. Now let's click on some of my options here. So I see this little module where it says section background, and maybe I can just add something really cool, make it look nice. All right. And I can also, if I click on it and drag it, maybe I just want to center it a little bit. So there we go. It's centered. And let's say maybe I don't want to publish my website yet because I'm not done. Right now I'm just adding my Google form, but maybe I want to preview. So how does my website look to other people? Let's go ahead and click preview, and let's see if my site is working now in terms of my Google form. And if I scroll down, here is the test form that I've created. Test form, and there's my question. I can go ahead and add something here, and then I can click submit. Okay, wonderful. And then I can also, if you feel that your form isn't long enough or it isn't big enough, or the person that's doing your form on your Google site, you can always click on this little option here and it'll expand it, okay, so that they can see the form longer, especially if there's many questions. All right, and here we are. So again, this is how you can add a Google form to a Google site. Thank you for watching.